Well, it is absolutely a beautiful day. Now, we have been filming on the other channel, but we have not filmed on this channel too much, so sorry that we haven't filmed lately. We've been a little under the weather. You can hear it in my voice. I'm going to show you video, and Misty did a bigger video on Jennings, but I'm going to show you a little video clip of what he's been dealing with. And so you see, we have been having some kind of virus or whatever it is. But now we're all a little bit better. We're going to keep on working. We never really stopped working, but we just could not film. So excuse my absence there for this channel on our vlog. But today we've actually got to work on the gardens. We're going to do a little work on the gardens. But also, if you have been watching Misty's channel, we have a bull or a steer that we've been trying to get loaded to take and start the butchering process. Forever we have a and I'll show it to you where my dairy station is. I have a run. It's actually to where we can work our cattle, work our dairy cows, but we can't pull in there anymore because of the way we've built up around it and the wetness and the way our trailer's low. We can't actually pull a trailer in there anymore, so we usually just put temporary fencing up, move the cows in it, whatever we're trying to haul off. If we're trying to move bulls, steers, mamas off the farm, whatever we're doing, and they load fine in trailers. So what we've done, we just loaded pigs last week, you saw that, but this steer will not load. And so what we're going to do is beef up our old run that we've not actually used in a long time, because we've never really had to deal with beefing it up and having a cow be difficult like this one has been difficult. And he's huge. He is a good looking steer, great quality. Cannot wait to harvest the meat off of him. And again, I know a lot of people think that's crazy, but remember, we know where our food comes from and we want the best quality food, and he is top quality. However, he is not wanting to load. So we have got to get him loaded. So our goal today is to tear down some of the fence that's by the chicken coop, some of the hard, what we call horse panels, and get them moved over to the run. So that way he cannot tear it down, because he demolished one the other day, and he took that fence, and when he slung it so hard that it almost come back and hit me and hit Aiden. So just for safety and making sure everybody doesn't get hurt, we're gonna beef this thing up and make sure this steer gets loaded like he's supposed to, so that way we can get a good harvest off him, and he'll provide a good probably 600 to 700 pounds worth of beef. Beef is a staple. I do a lot of carnivore diet. Aiden does some, but I do it, and we eat a lot of beef at this house. So therefore, we're in need to make sure that he is next in line, and we can't just keep putting this off. So we've got to do some work today to try to beef up that, and we're going to build a bigger catch pen, because what we're starting to realize is our beef herd is growing so quick, and they're growing to the best quality, and we're moving a lot of them all the time because of that. And we're growing these bigger steer because of our way that we're growing now. We always have one growing at the same time we're harvesting. We're allowing them to get a little bit bigger, which is great for us. But in the case of like this one, if they don't want to load, they pretty much don't have to load, because they're a lot bigger and they can throw their 1,200, 1,300 pounds around, and cause us not to be able to control them better. So we're going to beef up the run for this one, but then we're going to build a better catch pen for the long haul, and we're going to put it down here somewhere. We're going to work on that process as we're kind of going throughout this next year. It's just something that we need to do. We have a lot of the parts already. We have a lot of the horse panels. We have a lot of the catch pen implements. We just never saw a need for it until now. So today we're going to be working in gardens, getting them ready. We're going to be disking all of the cover crops in. We've got to clean up the run. You see, I actually have to fix my chainsaw. So I'm going to get it fixed, get it ready to cut up some limbs, and then start beefing up that area. That's the goal. What's so funny is it's literally February and it's hot outside. It's like 80 outside today, which is nice, because I can get ready for spring. I told you when Christmas is over, I'm done with cold weather. I'm ready for springtime. I'm ready to start growing crops again and just being outside working. And if you see Aiden's truck way over there, he's in the same mode. He is literally fishing today, which is not something you typically would do this time of year. But because it's warm, he's enjoyed fishing, and it's an absolute beautiful day. We also got to jump off Big Red, what we call Big Red, our big dump truck. The cold weather, just because it's a 1963, the cold weather kind of puts it where it doesn't want to work. And so we're going to go ahead and jump it off too, let it warm up a little bit. Hopefully we can get it jumped off. Sometimes it floods. Sometimes the battery is just so dead and we have to charge it, but hopefully we can jump it off. Our goal is to sell Big Red. We've enjoyed having Big Red because we did some work on the pond, when we built the house, when we built some of this other stuff, and when we cleaned that land up, you know, the land that's over here that we've been working on. All that's been done, and we used our dump truck to do that. Now we're not needing it as much, so it sits up more than it does anything. So I hope to sell it, just so we're not just keeping it here on property just to jump it off or just to use it once a year, you know. All right, so first, as we talked, we got to get the tractor loaded. We got to make sure that we have the pallet forks on it, because these panels, these horse panels that we're using to beef up that section over there, it's literally, they're heavy. And so we got to go across farm about 30 acres, so or 35 acres. So we can't do it by hand, and we can't really put them in a truck because they're too big to put in a truck. And our trailer's actually loaded with some rainwater catchment stuff that we've been working on for the greenhouse. So we've got to use the tractor. So we're going to put the pallet jacks or pallet forks on there. Hey, you see I'm walking on this pad now. The pad is set up really good with all the rain. We're getting our frame set up Tuesday for the greenhouse. It's gonna be nice. I know that pad doesn't look big, but it's a 30 by 30 pad, which is 900 square foot, which I'm really excited for. Misty, you know how Misty can't see things like I can see things. So when I told her, I said, this is the pad, she's like, man, it looks so small. And she said the same thing about our house, because it does. You know, when you're looking at a pad without structure on it, it looks like it's tiny. We said the same thing about the hay barn and also the chicken barn. We're like, man, it looks so small, but when you actually start seeing the structure go up, it's actually, you're like, wow, this is actually bigger than I thought. So we're gonna be seeing the frame go up next week. I told you it's kind of warm outside today, so we actually have, let's see if I can get good footage. So we have the bee houses. We have two over here that's very active. I think I lost probably that one on the right. This cold weather and the rain that we received at 15-degree days, I think it hurt one of our houses, and it was already a weak house. So I think once we actually start going into the bees, which we typically go into late February, we're going to notice that of our 8, 9, 10 hives, we're going to probably have about 5 real strong ones that's okay, and the rest I figure will have to be redone. And we've been trying to restructure our bees anyway, so it's actually not a bad thing that we that, you know, if some leave or abscond, they probably found a new home somewhere else, but it helps us kind of clean up our bee apiary anyway, because we're wanting to move them around and kind of get those done too. So here's the steer we've been trying to load. He is not wanting to load, so we're going to actually go fix the spot that we're going to be taking him through, and that's our plan for today. But that's the steer. He's probably 12 or 1300 pounds. He's a big old steer, and very, very beefy, meaty, and actually very calm. He's just moody when it comes to tight spots, and that's where he gets a little crazy. And being that we don't have anyone with him, like his mama was with him, he was a little bit more calm, but we couldn't get her to not get in the way of us loading him. So it's just been an act of Congress to get him taken care of. So what our goal is to work on getting the pallet jacks on the tractor first, get that stuff done, get the panels over here, get it ready and set up. We're not going to actually move him today in there. We're just going to get it all set up. That way there's no changing. We're going to be feeding him by it, so he's not, you know, curious of this area, and also we're trying to run him in it. We want him to have comfort into that new catch pen and that new run. So we're going to be feeding him in it while we're working on it. So in about 4 or 5 days, we're actually going to be getting him loaded using the same place that we've been feeding him in. So just trying to make him comfortable there, because he bent several of our fence, tore half of our fence down, and so we can't have that anymore. So we're going to beef it up today. Here's the panels we've got to get, those panels right there, and they're heavy, so we got the tractor here and some help. Jennings is feeling better, so he's walking a lot better too. So we're going to get these undone, loaded up, and move back over to the other section. And then one good thing is that helps us clean up this area where the pigs were. So we'll be able to scrape this. We're going to take this. We can't use it in the gardens because it had a lot of hay in it. So we're going to use this, for instance, you know where we cut all these trees over here? So when we get all this scraped, we're going to be able to utilize it over here to help grow grass back in some of the spots where we had to dig up all these trees that kept getting torn up by the drought from last year and the storm. So it's kind of a good thing. It's a good thing that we're actually taking this apart because we're able to use the space and we don't have to work between the spots. But eventually we're going to buy more of these anyway. So it's kind of a good thing that we're cleaning it up. It's more work, but at the same time we can utilize it in two different ways, getting this stuff cleaned up and also use this to get our steer loaded. Panels are loaded. This area is cleaned up to where all we got to do now is pick it up. We'll take the front bucket and just pick all this mess up, use it because it's perfect fertilizer because it's got bahia seed in it from literally the hay, but then also the fertilization from the pigs and their manure, and we'll be able to kind of put in some of those spots where those trees were at. So we've got the run built. This will be enough to get the cow past that point. I think what we're going to do is, instead of bringing more of these harder panels down here, we have 2 more. But I think if we just secure this with the smaller panels, I think we'll be okay here, because he shouldn't be intimidated coming through here, because this is not too tight. This is not too, I mean, the trailer's not even seen. But when he goes around this corner, we're going to use bars and braces to pretty much work him up. So he'll get up, then we'll put a piece of wood right there to hold him to where he can't back up. Same way all the way throughout until hopefully he'll get in the trailer. So what we're going to do is secure this a little bit tighter here, bring some of the smaller panels through this alleyway just so he can't double back. And then once we get past this point is where it gets really, where he'll get more aggressive, because it gets tighter and tighter and tighter until it gets to the point of no return. And then therefore the trailer will be sitting right where the kids are. We've got it done. We got to secure it, and we've got to zip tie some of the old little pieces, and then we actually got a bungee against these trees. We want to make sure there's no way, I mean, it's not going to fall, but we also want to secure it tight. You see, we've got it braced where it's against the trailer. So the gate will still swing, but the actual poles on both sides will not move, based on the fact that it's braced in the trailer. So the whole run's secure. The biggest issue, and it's what I told Misty when she was thinking about this plot, we used to use this all the time when we had a bull that we moved. But the bull we were moving, he was so docile and gentle. I mean, you could go and slap him in his head and he wouldn't do anything. I mean, he was just that gentle. Actually, 2 bulls we've had were like that, just gentle giants. This guy's gentle, other than when he gets in a tight spot, he gets a little unnerved. So the spot I'm worried about the most is right in the first part of the little swing gate catch pen. I don't know if he'll go in. And so there what we're gonna do there is probably put about 5 or 6 T-posts in the ground, like drive them deep, as deep as we can go, and secure it to where he can't pick it up, because that's what he was doing right here. You see this big dent right there? That's actually where he just picked it up and moved it. I mean, it was just nothing to him. And that wasn't just 1 panel, that was 4 panels put together. I mean, look at him, he is stocky, look at those legs. I mean, he's just a big boy. And he's good. I mean, like, look, he's not crazy, but he's just very skittish. And when a cow is skittish, and you're talking about an animal who can, I mean, it's just a big animal. You always have to respect these animals, because when you think that you can control them, you can't. You can't control them. They will kill you. So therefore, the smartest thing to do is make sure, better safe than sorry, beef this up to where we can get him in safely and we don't run into an issue where one of us get hurt. You know, I mean, we respect them, we understand animals. You know, we've been doing this for almost a decade with some kind of loading of cows, or actually a little bit more when it comes to just animals in general. But just dealing with cows, loading and unloading and being around them a lot of my life, it's one of those cases where no matter how much you think you know them, you don't ever know them that good, and they can still kill you. So you have to be careful. We have to be careful even with our sheep or with our pig. Every animal is stronger than you give them credit for.
Is it supposed to be cable?
Hey, what are you making?
Well, that was just plain pineapple juice and strawberries, but the strawberries are not quite as sweet.
You gotta mix that up too, so you're like halfway
I was
diluted.
just using the juice for popsicles. That's why I was actually using it. But then he wanted to drink the rest, which was not actually how I normally don't make smoothies like that. But he wanted to drink it, so then Olivia got upset because she wanted some too. So I thought, I'm just gonna throw it together in there. She'll drink it. I don't care if she don't care, so we're just rolling.
I don't know if you can see it, it's getting a little dark. Sun is setting, cloudy actually. It's supposed to rain, I guess. But we are finishing up the day. We had a lot of things go on, a lot of things got done, and we are so glad that you were a part of today. Now, in the next few days, you're gonna see us plant some seed trays. We've got to load the cow that we've been working so tirelessly to load, and we also have a surprise with some of the new babies on the farm. We're gonna be showing you in the next few days. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. We hope that you're enjoying a little bit more of the backstage pass of the Max, and we appreciate you so much. God bless.